move on to the next story, and let's talk about Aubrey O'Day, who is dragging Elon Musk into the conversation. And you want to know something? I'm kind of glad that she brought his name up, because while this Diddy stuff has been going on and everybody's been so distracted by what he's doing, when, yeah, we need to be paying attention to this election, among other things that's going on. I have heard rumblings that they said that Elon Musk parties need to be investigated too, because there's some shenanigans and things of that nature that's been going on in his presence that need to be investigated. And I'm sure, like, man, who knows? I'm hoping that that does happen, because that man definitely needs to be stopped. Wait, hold on. Did I hit the wrong thing? Oh, yeah, I think I did. Okay, so it says that Aubrey O'Day believes Elon Musk's friendship with Diddy is coming back to bite him. So the Tesla owner reshared a screenshot of an article with the headline, Diddy accused of abusing 9-year-old boy and spiking drinks with horse tranquilizer, as 120 victims come forward with shocking claims on his social media platform, Twitter, on Tuesday. Because y'all already know, I already told y'all, I refuse to call that other one. You know, the letter that comes after W and before Y. I refuse to call it that. It will always be Twitter. So Musk, who's 53, wrote, how many people in music and entertainment knew about this? Well, I'm sure you did. And then O'Day, who has spoken out against her former boss Combs for years, reposted the SpaceX founder. Oh, you know, I always said if he was a drag queen, we can call him Sissy SpaceX, because he has the, you know, the shuttle thingy, whatever. That'd be his drag name. So anyway, she said that she reposted the SpaceX founder's remark on Wednesday, adding, ask your friends, they'll tell you. Now, it was unclear which friends of Musk, the showstopper singer who's 40, was referring to. Page Six reached out to reps of both O'Day and the billionaire businessman, but did not immediately hear back. Now, earlier this week, Texas-based attorney Tony Busby announced that he was representing 120 individuals, including a 9-year-old child, in civil lawsuits against Combs 54 for allegations spanning the last 3 decades. Busby alleged that the Bad Boy Records founder has SA'd the minor. The individual, who was 9 at the time, was taken to an audition in New York City with Bad Boy Records. Other boys were there to audition as well, the lawyer told reports on Tuesday. This individual was SA'd allegedly by Sean Combs and several other people at the studio, with the promise to both his parents and himself of getting a record deal. Busby also claimed that Combs had drugged victims by spiking their drinks with horse tranquilizer, which is the clip that we showed y'all earlier from Miss Jaguar Wright talking about it. Now, several of the individuals I represent were drug tested, and drugs were found in their system. Weird drugs, drugs that you probably never heard of. One in particular that continues to pop up is a drug called xylazine, or trank, which is based on our research, is known as horse tranquilizer. And it's funny, I've never heard it being called as trank. I know we call it in the gay community Special K, like the cereal. So this was like news to me when they called it trank or xylazine or whatever the case is. So they also said that Busby claimed that a pregnant woman's drink had been laced when she attended a group dinner with the Act Bad rapper in Miami. The attorney alleged that the woman, who said she avoided alcoholic beverages all night, blacked out and woke up in the same bed again, allegedly, with Mr. Combs in his mansion in Miami. Her vagine and her booty hole were torn and sore. But they said anus. I was trying to clean it up. But I guess you can't clean up anus. So they said after the press conference, Combs' legal team told Page Six that the embattled music mogul emphatically and categorically denies as false and defamatory any claim that he SA'd anyone, including minors. Well, child, I'm not buying it. Well, let's put on this picture, Elon. Don't he look like something wrong with it? Well, he looked like something wrong with him there. Shout out to Aubrey. The body is bodying. That's her tweet. That basically, in case y'all didn't see when he asked the question, I was like, Elon, are you out here trying to make yourself look like you ain't a part of no situation? Like you probably wasn't doing anything crazy out here either. And yeah, we definitely need to investigate you. But why he look like something wrong with him? Like he look a little slow. If you know what I'm saying, I think you do. That's special. But anyway, so yeah, so to unpack all of this, I'm glad, I always feel like Aubrey is gonna come out and say little things. I don't know if she's gonna go in too hard on, anything. I was like, where is, because I wanted to find my Do I have one about? Oh yeah, I do have one about sexual abuse. So yeah, I want to put that up there in case anybody want to call that hotline. It's like if you know anybody who's been assaulted or whatever the case was, you got to call that hotline. You know, I would like to do my due diligence on this show. You know, that's how I play my part in thinking outside and helping those who need those numbers. But anyway, so I'm glad that she's slowly but surely speaking out. And I'm wondering if Aubrey will actually put out a book or whatever the case is on things that she may have not told us about that she wants to reveal about what went on, with her time with Diddy and all this other stuff. Now, the whole thing with the 9-year-old boy, I know there's been a lot of people on social media who feel like they don't believe that that's true. That why would a man with children do that to a child? And it's like, but that's not his child. So why wouldn't they? Have you never seen things like a hostel or any kind of like things where people who have money and access go and do things so unorthodox, so crazy, so out of the ordinary? Because it's like when you have money, when you have access, when you have things, it's like you get bored when you have a lot of money and when you pretty much can have everything thrown at you. So what is it that I haven't done that I could possibly get away with because I have access to money? Oh, I can just go and have sex with a child, or I can go and let's put hostile into it. So I can go to some foreign country and I could bid on a body and just gut it to death because nobody will miss them. It's a way that I can get over. It's me doing something that I've never been able to do before. When you have access to money and a lot of things, and nobody tells you no, you'd be surprised the drastic measures that people will take just so that way it fulfills some kind of crazy, whacked out fantasy. These stories about MK Ultra, the stories about sacrificing, things that success in the world, or whatever the case is, when everybody talks about the Illuminati and all that mess. So people are capable of anything. I could be shocked by certain things. I don't really get shocked because I don't put nothing past people. I think I'm just so damn cynical that it's like I don't want to believe certain things, but then I'm looking at it, it's like you don't know what people are capable of. I don't put nothing past nobody. So when people try to look, oh, I can't possibly see him doing that. That's another thing that goes on in the Black community too. We tend to overlook. We'll be quick to call people out for being part of the LGBTQ community. That's always a bad thing. Apparently that's the ultimate straw that breaks the camel's back with a lot of people of color. But let your man be an abuser, as in beating your behind, or let him be a sexual abuser where he's diddling with your kids, if he's not even the biological father, or if he is the biological father. And sometimes it's the women too, because women are abusers as well. Or whatever case, we overlook all of that. Man commit murder. Y'all be happy when he get out of jail. We accept all of that, but let it be a man doing this type of stuff. Y'all want to make excuses. We got to stop making excuses for people like a Diddy, because people say that also. Oh, well, they always trying to take a black man down. I feel like what the real thing is, you don't like the fact that somebody's taking down somebody who's wealthy. Oh, because they have a lot of money and they have a lot of access. But you think you getting a piece of that? So why is it like when they do bad things to people and we should be protecting women, we should be protecting children? It's like, is there a certain point that we're not supposed to be doing that? Because last time I checked, I'd be going hard for those who can't defend themselves, which is why I try to bring this on this platform. So does Elon Musk need to be investigated? Is the Pope Catholic? So yes, I do think that people need to start looking into Elon Musk, because I think he ain't innocent in a lot of stuff either. And for him to try to be slick and post that tweet about how many people in the music industry knew about this. I'm thinking for a long period of time, a lot of the stuff was going on in the music industry. I've always said, when was the music industry going to have its Me Too moment? And now it feels like it's happening. It just took us a while to get there. And I think maybe because people look the other way, because the music industry, um, The music industry isn't what it used to be. The music industry was making people a lot of money. So therefore, a lot of people looked the other way in a lot of the situations that was going on. You're just a regular body, so they didn't care. If you're a young person, if you're somebody who doesn't have as much power, whatever, you're disposable. You're expendable. You're irreplaceable. But now the chickens have come home to roost, and now that it's time still of Me Too, times up, and all this other stuff. Those people that y'all look down upon that ain't sugar honey iced tea, they're finally, having their day, and they're getting their vengeance against, the higher up, the powerful, the elite. And yes, didn't need to be put into the damn jail. So I say all this to say, what do y'all think of this story? Do y'all believe, like Aubrey said, that